All right, you got it. You got the intro.
Hello guys, this is your boy Young Pug and welcome back to some Crazy Cat podcast. Today's video we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, and yeah, I'm joined here with my boy Slime Boss and Hi Leland,
Hi, Leland.
and yeah,
All right.
Honestly, that
Well,
was kind of
yeah,
smooth.
let's get into the video.
as per usual, you can check us out over on Patreon at the $1 a month tier, and you can get access to these videos 1 week early. Not this one because we're gonna get this out as soon as possible. But and you can get access to exclusive content as well. And if you want to help support us even further than that, you can check out our friends over at Dubby, and if you use our code CrazyCap, you get 10% off of your order. So, at the time of recording this video, we've had the Nintendo Switch 2 in our hands for about a week, a little over a week. By the time you get it, it'll be exactly 2 weeks. Um, and yeah, I want to start off with what did we all get when we actually I should start off with, is this anyone's it has anyone uh like done a midnight launch for a console before?
No,
I've done the 3DS and the Switch one.
This will be my first midnight launch.
my first one too.
So Switch One, I was still in high school and I got it for my birthday, which would be, was it March, April, May, June, so like 3 months later. So it took me a little bit to get to Switch One. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna get it because still afraid of like console shortages and stuff at the time. And well, because it just didn't seem like it. It didn't, because again, coming off of the Wii U, we didn't know how successful the Switch was gonna be. So luckily, it was very successful.
Yes.
How about you, Pug?
Yeah, this was my first midnight release too, and the people there were crazy, man. Like it was shoving people a little bit, like pretend fighting and shit. Like it was crazy. And then they had a countdown, and then they were calling like numbers and shit. But I was actually the last one to get my Switch. Surprisingly, it was it was pretty crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Surprisingly for mine, it was very smooth. Like I got there about one. It took about an hour or two to get in, and then, or not because I was in line for that long, but because that's when they allowed purchasing. I was number 15. So I got in, I bought my Switch and any accessories, and then I got out, had some lunch, came back a few hours later, met Ricky Berwick, which is absolutely insane, and then
Ricky.
just they they just brought people in groups of five, and then I was in and out. It was pretty smooth. So
Yeah. I went through Best Buy and I got there like 2 hours before the system actually released, and the pre-order line at that point was like maybe four people deep, and the non-pre-order line at that point was like probably 40, 50 people deep.
hmm
By the time NPM rolled around, there's probably like 50, 60 people in the pre-order line, 100, 120 in the non-pre-order,
hmm
and they brought in just three from each group, and we were in and out like 3 or 4 minutes. It was extremely smooth.
well, yeah. I was
Mm.
gonna say too. Just I think the surprising thing is that at first we were like worried that there weren't gonna be enough consoles. Oh no, there were plenty of consoles around the world because I think
Yeah.
Nintendo just announced that it was like what the fastest selling Nintendo console of
Yeah,
all
they said it.
time.
They said Nintendo's like console. No, this is the fastest selling video game hardware of all
Like
time. Like in the
period.
first like weekend. Yes,
Wow.
like
Mm.
they've undersold themselves. Like I know PS5 came out during COVID. There was chip shortages. Like that definitely could have been a bigger number, but it's still, regardless, the Switch 2 is the fastest because it's not 3.5 million shipped. It's sold.
That is insane.
No,
So
no, it's
I
honestly it's amazing.
I still I'm not sure what that means for the future because it is still very expensive, unfortunately, which means early because a lot of people are predicting like, yeah, your Nintendos and your hardcore gamers are gonna get it at first. I'm not even sure who the fuck this 3.5 million people are. Like, there's no way. Unless these
I
are the
mean,
new Nintendo fans post Switch. Like,
hardware launches are always for the hardcore, especially when you're launching in a non-holiday period. Like we saw it with the Switch One. Like the diehard Nintendo fans are always going to be the first to show up, and it's the same with Xbox and PlayStation. The real test will be how well does it sell during the holiday, and how well does it sell going into like successor years. I mean, we're definitely. I'd be amazed if we see Switch One numbers for this thing like long term because we're not. Hopefully, we're not going to have another pandemic. With you said the higher price, it's going to be a lot harder of a sell to have more than one per household, especially with kids.
oh yeah.
But it's
Mm.
still going to be a massive success. Like you saw all those haters on Twitter that are like, "Oh, I'm not buying this thing." They were right in line with the rest of us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
And surprisingly, like, there is just so much to do right out the gate. So, which is one of the questions that you have about console launches is that is there enough to do, and that with the entirety of the Switch One back catalog, there was more and more people showing, oh, I got, this is my Switch, this is my first time getting into the Switch ecosystem. This is I'm decided that I was gonna buy a couple of Switch One games as well with my console. Like I picked up what was it called? Not Lunar, the other one. Let me whip it out real quick.
Oh God, don't whip it out.
He's gonna whip it out.
God.
Man, can't even remember your own purchases. I see how it is.
No, I forgot
Mm-mm.
what it's because I get it confused with Lunar.
And I'm like, you bought this last week.
Suikoden.
Got you.
Yeah, so I got myself a couple of Switch One games too, on top of, well, basically only Mario Kart World and Welcome Tour. So, what I want to ask before we get into the actual review, what did you guys pick up on launch day?
What didn't I
Mario
pick
Kart
up on
World.
launch day?
Oh God. No, I'm not talking about
You
games.
got
I'm
any
talking about
more?
everything.
You got any more Pugger discs? The Switch and Mario Kart.
Oh, so launch day I picked up the Pro controller and the case for the Switch, and I also got a screen protector as well. But that came with the warranty that I got. Surprisingly, I thought, Jane, did you say that you didn't get a protection?
So I actually did. I bought the protection, and they told me, "Oh, it comes with a better screen protector than the Switch case comes," and they never gave it to me. So
That's
Damn.
BS.
I think I saw the receipt, so I can definitely get it. So
Hmm.
I think I can still get a Red Bull. Because
A
yeah,
Red Bull.
Go and
Yeah,
demand that Red Bull.
What?
GameStop said that any launch day Switch purchases or pre-orders, you get a Red Bull.
Well, you had to be a pro member to get that
Oh
perk.
yeah, well yeah, I am also a pro member.
That's why I didn't get one. I didn't get one because I'm not a pro member. I
Well, if
didn't
you worked at
do all
Walmart, well,
that.
I mean, you don't work at Walmart. I mean, when you pre-ordered from Walmart, you get Pringles and shit.
That was such
Oh,
a cool
really?
move from them. That
Yeah,
you got like a bottle of soda and like a bag of chips with your
yeah.
order.
Which is like, yeah, you're gonna probably be spending all day or all night playing with this thing, and yeah. So I got
Like,
my
here you go.
yeah. Here you go. So I got myself the Switch. I got the charging grip, so I can actually experience the bumpers because I couldn't get a Pro controller. The case, and then Mario Kart World and Suikoden, I guess, and Welcome Tour. So did I say
So,
Mario Kart Tour?
so
Did you see that
you did.
on? So I watched this video online, right? And apparently, Welcome Tour is pretty much the most expensive game to release because you need so many accessories just to 100% the game.
I think you need
Did
the
you see
Pro
that?
controller, you need the console, you need
You need the camera.
and well, you don't
You need
need
a
the
4K
camera.
TV.
Okay,
You
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 need a
need a
camera.
4K TV.
what is
You need
that?
a 4K TV.
It's
That is
crazy.
insane. Well,
When I saw, it, I'm like, there ain't no way,
yeah, it's just
ain't no
it's
way.
more of a circumstantial thing because it's like it's $10. A lot of people aren't gonna pick it up, and so I think in order for it, I think honestly, it's probably best that they didn't make it a pack-in game because then people are gonna be like, well, I can't even play it. Like a lot of households still don't have a 4K display. I'm sure
Mm,
someone has a USB camera lying around. That's not too crazy, especially post Zoom era. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of the accessories people will be able to get if they really wanted to play Welcome Tour. A lot of the content is available for them. It's just again having it be behind $10 is honestly better because then they can be like, oh, like I actually need all these things before they just grab a software with the system. So
mm.
it kind
Yeah.
of stops them before they actually get into it. That makes sense. I don't know.
Like you can
Maybe
pay a
I'm
little bit of
maybe
money
I'm dumb.
now, and then you can pay a little bit more money later, but you don't have to if you don't buy the game.
Or like you
So,
start off with like what's free is like all this stuff with the Joy-Con and the system itself, and then if you
mm,
get like I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
every accessory, the
Logically,
camera and the piranha.
logically understanding Welcome Tour is it gives me a, a lot of diseases. I don't know. All right. So hardware review. So how do we feel about the Joy-Con 2s?
They're more
Amazing.
comfortable. They're a lot better.
I
Yeah.
like the click. I like the snap.
Uh,
It's what it should have been called. Nintendo Snap.
I saw a lot of videos saying like, "Oh, what's your favorite game on the Switch too?" And they're just playing with the
No,
Joy-Con.
no, connecting the magnet, like the Joy Cons, to the actual system, it is actually addictive.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Hmm.
It they feel a lot more premium. They get the. I think a lot of people are like worried that the $400 price point is just too much. It is expensive, but I feel like we're holding a $450 console right here. Compare that to the
Exactly.
Switch One, which felt more like just like a Android tablet for kids. Like this feels like a premium product. I don't. Again, I keep saying the word premium. I don't know where I got that from, but like it's it's the only word I
But
can describe.
it does feel premium. Like you feel it. Like I don't know why, but like with the original Switch, like I hated playing it in handheld. A because it was small, and B because like every time my hands, like no matter how clean they were, it would touch the back of the system. It would be just gross fingerprints.
Hmm.
Hmm.
This thing doesn't do that. Like this thing is fantastic, but it's
Yeah.
like it feels like it's properly built. Like the magnets, I don't think are going to become an issue like the rails were on the Switch One, where after prolonged use, your Joy Cons felt like they're going to fall off half the time.
Yeah.
And the Switch One really did kind of feel like a Fisher Price tablet. Like it wasn't bad, but you could definitely tell it was rushed out, and
The
it kind
Fisher
of felt like a
Price.
child's toy.
Well,
The Fisher
There's
Price.
no Fisher Price cart in Mario Kart World. That's how you know.
No.
I will say, have you guys been able to play in the other gameplay modes? So have you played handheld mode, tabletop mode, uh,
Yep.
Mm,
with the Joy Cons on its side? I played it. It's actually
yeah.
really it's still too small, but it's a lot more comfortable for sure.
You know what
Um,
I don't like about the wrist straps? It doesn't have the buttons on top like they did the original Joy Cons. You
I
remember
haven't
that?
tried that yet.
the
I
problem
literally,
is, hold on, give me a second. Go ahead and keep talking.
You're so prepared.
it, he's so prepared. Like I'm pretty sure I can just show you what I'm talking about right now. Somewhere down
So
here.
uh, the the thing with these, actually, I don't even really like
Oh,
these
he's
very
got them.
much. Is they the way you put them on is so it's not magnets. It's just ugh. And then now that you have it, it doesn't really do much for you. It's like
Yeah,
it's literally just for this. Like that's all it's for. Um,
yeah.
it
Like
does
this.
provide more of support when you play it in mouse mode. but it's just I don't know. I don't like these grips.
Like
I never
I
used
miss
the grips
this.
in the Switch One either.
Me
Like,
neither.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you. I used it in like that one, the newest WarioWare game where you kind of had to,
hmm
but
Well,
outside of that, I never used them.
the only time I did use them was during Odyssey because I played like this with Odyssey. I played them disconnected. Uh, and it's still comfortable that way, but I don't really need the wrist straps. I wish that there are more games that took advantage of the fact that there are buttons here, because you could, I mean, realistically, you can have them be used as GL and GR when playing like this, right? Because they are
Mm.
exposed. Um, so I don't know. Again, they are bigger. They are a lot more comfortable even when sideways, but again, they're still too small. There's not really a fix for that, unfortunately. I
Mhm.
have not yet,
Yet,
yet, yet.
yet.
I have not
I'm
been
sure
able.
there's some company
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
to enhance it. Yeah.
Um. Do you guys have any of you guys experienced mouse mode yet?
I haven't really
Besides,
tested that out. I did it whenever I first got it, but I never really tested it out for any games.
I mean, I used it a bit in Welcome Tour when required for like the couple of like intro mini games. I used it to explore the eShop just to test it out.
Mm-hmm.
It works, but I really don't think we're gonna see like that first really pivotal game until Drag X Drive comes out, or
Mm-hmm.
for most of us, Metroid Prime 4. Like, we're just
I
not really gonna see it.
I think I want to test it out for a video playing Fortnite with it, just because that is a game that is probably best suited for keyboard and mouse. But I
Mm.
do prefer controller. So if I'm someone that I could use the mouse controls, it's basically half controller, half mouse, right? So using that might be more comfortable for me. We'll find out. Um, so I haven't been able to experience it a whole lot other than like I whipped it out at Benihana, and I'm like, look, it's a mouse, and they're like, what? I mean, it's very smart. I don't know who at Nintendo was like, look, guys, it's a mouse, and then they're like, put it in. It's like it makes sense. It's perfect, but also like it's not the craziest thing in the world. I don't know.
I won't lie, I wouldn't be too surprised if it was somebody at like Retro Studios when they were developing Prime 4 being
They're
like,
like, I can't
"Hey,
do this
so
anymore.
I know you're working on like this new system. I've noticed like I've been like fidgeting with the Joy Cons. If you sit it on its like on its side, it looks like a mouse." And they're like, "Write that down. Write that down."
Write that down.
We gotta send that to
Write that down.
Miyamoto.
He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose his mind whenever he sees this idea.
Did you any of you guys get a charging grip?
No, I got
No.
the Pro controller. I didn't need
Okay,
it.
I got the charging grip. I didn't get the pro controller. So how do you guys feel? Have you guys used GL and GR yet? Are they
Not
I
grip
really.
right,
dabbled,
grip left? Is that what we're calling it?
something like that. But I'm like, I've dabbled in it. Like, I've used it to like try to like have GR be accelerate in Mario Kart, and it just doesn't feel right.
hmm
I haven't found that perfect use for it yet, but I'm not against it.
I think it's
It's something I was.
smart. I think it's
Oh, good.
smart to put on like accelerate, like you said, because now you can shoot in 360 degrees. So that's like the good use for it. But again,
Well,
it's so
it's
uncomfortable.
also you can't accelerate with Y anymore. I used to do that all the
Oh
time in Eight
really?
Deluxe, and now yeah, you can. It's because in free roam Y opens up the map now,
Oh, but I never
so
used
you
Y
are.
and 8. I didn't even know that was a
No,
thing.
I used Y all the time because I'm like it just felt so much more comfortable than using A.
Right.
But
Hmm.
now I'm kind of stuck with using A again, and I kind of hate it.
Have you so have you used it, Pug, or no?
No, not really.
I would
I'm
recommend.
pretty sure I will in like other games whenever they release,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but I haven't really used it
I haven't
at
even
all.
used it on my like what's the other controller? The Pro PS5 controller. I haven't used it on there either. Um, I would recommend. I don't know if you saw this. I think maybe on Game Explain. Uh, if it is on Game Explain, then you probably didn't see it. Um, if you use it in Breath of the Wild, because X is run and B is jump, those might be better positions for your hand to, run
I
and
think that might have been
swivel the
GVG.
camera. It
I,
was
I
GVG?
I
Okay,
did
good.
see that. I
Okay.
did. I think it was John talking about that.
Yeah, so that would be
Hmm.
a good use for it. I'm gonna try to test that out when I finally play Breath of the Wild. Uh, and except this time in 4K. Whoa.
Tell me about it. I gotta make reviews for these things, and I've only done like the first 10 minutes of Breath of the Wild.
Trying to think like what other questions I have about the console
Still need to
itself.
make the review for Mario Kart. I have a lot of knowledge about the game after having it for like 2 weeks now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot I want to talk about in the review video that I'm gonna make.
If you
How many
if
hours do you have in it so far?
too many.
I don't. Let me check real quick.
Because
Hold on.
I'm at like I want to say somewhere between like 17 and 20.
If you guys are at all curious, there you go. There's the charging grip. It's clear. I didn't even know this was official. I thought this was third party, because I have one for the Switch One as well.
I just never used. I never got a charging grip for the Switch one, so I was like, I really don't need this.
Unfortunately, here you go.
I know I play this game for more than 10 hours. 10 hours. I
I
definitely play this game more than that. But
I definitely got it too late in the system's life to actually use it. But this has been my primary way to play because if my Joy-Con die, I just plug it in instead of, because I don't have a Pro controller right now, so it's a good alternative. But if anyone uses the Joy-Con, I typically give them this first to charge it. So, because the other grip is just like whatever. It's like it's nothing
Yeah.
now, especially now because there's extra buttons on it. So, all right, what else do we have to talk about in terms of like the console itself?
The battery life.
battery life.
Battery life. I haven't actually played enough in handheld mode. I only got the low battery warning once. And
I
I haven't gotten it yet, but
I me and my partner both got the system, so a lot of he prefers using the TV. I'm totally cool using the handheld. I'm lucky to get 2 hours on Mario Kart.
ooh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've gotten low battery
are
so
you at full
frequently.
charge? Or are you dropping to 90 for the?
I'm at 90 now, but even when I was at full charge, it didn't make that much of a difference.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, Joy-Con's battery life are actually pretty good, all things considered. But the console itself, I've been hearing stuff. But again, you have to understand that it's running, HDR, VRR, 1080p, 120 frames per second all at once, plus
Oh yeah,
charging,
no, I get it.
the Joy-Con, plus there's a lot of stuff going on that the Switch One didn't do. But the claims of 2 to 6 hour, I don't think anyone's gonna be getting 6 hours on this thing.
It always depends on the game. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna get that on Cyberpunk. You're not gonna get that on Mario Party. You might get that on Puyo Puyo Tetris or like Game Boy Advance NSO.
And I think they did that. I think they put the charging port on top, not just for accessories, but I think for that reason, because you can probably see people playing Mario Party in tabletop mode for an extended period of time, where they're
Yep.
gonna be like, "Well, how the fuck do I charge the thing? It's on the bottom, right?" So I think they definitely foresaw that as an issue for prolonged play. In
I
terms of
mean,
handheld, you can just charge it at any time. So
it was it was unavoidable, really. Like you want a powerful system that's not $600, you're gonna have to give up on the battery.
isn't there?
I get it.
There's a couple of One cases that came with like a portable battery in it too, so you can always like, especially now since it drops to 90, if you have that tick on, you could probably get someone to come up with a case for it that regulates the battery and like almost doubles it realistically.
Yeah.
So, hey, are you like me, a gamer, and just always tired all the time? And maybe you come home from work and want to get a few extra sessions on the game and you just can't get yourself to do it. Well, might I recommend you Dubby? Dubby is a jitterless energy alternative that has tons upon tons of different flavors. If you're like me and you're just an avid coffee drinker, you realize that the money starts to add up. It's just, you spend over $200 in a week. It's absolutely insane. or maybe you just don't really like the flavor of energy drinks. Well, that's where Dubby comes in. Dubby has tons of varieties of flavors, and they're all really good. I can tell you because I've been trying all of their flavors that they currently have out right now. On top of that, they have their current flavor, which I'm going to show on screen right now, as well as many others, such as Japanese soda that I have right here, including collaborations with Solo Leveling as well. I couldn't recommend Dubby enough. They've been helping out the channel for just a little bit now. So if you're like me, a gamer, and need some extra energy, might I recommend you Dubby. And on top of that, speaking of spending $200 a month, if you use our code CrazyCap or clicking the link in the description below, you'll get 10% off of your order. That's code CrazyCap, C-R-A-Z-Y, no space, C-A-P. That's CrazyCap, you get 10% off of your order. And with that, let's get back to the video. So, and that kill switch case is actually pretty good. So, I don't have it, but I saw it. It looks pretty cool. Any other hardware things I'm missing?
Not that I can think of.
I got nothing.
All right, software then. Is any of us able to see the 120 frames? I can't.
I haven't really tried it yet.
Not really.
Well,
No.
when you play
I mean, it
Mario
looks
Kart,
good.
it's 120 frames. So
Yeah,
It's only.
looks-
I thought it was
it's
only at
good.
60.
but
no, handheld is 120. Docked
Really?
is 60. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah, so it's 120 in handheld only, not even on TV.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I believe Mario Kart runs at 120. Well, in single player. I haven't noticed a difference really at all. I thought it was going to be more substantial. But I did notice HDR. I did notice
VRR.
I haven't noticed VRR. So my system has been having problems because I'm not sure if Elgato has HDR output. So it sometimes detects it, and then when I plug it into my TV, it's all gray. And then on my recording software, it's oversaturated. And so it's trying to communicate with both monitors, and it's like failing. And then I turned it off, but it still does it for some reason. So I'm not able to see the full extent of that. But in handheld mode, it looks great. I mean, I honestly, as of right now, it looks better than the OLED, in my opinion. Mostly because of the bezel. The thing I hated about Switch 1 is that fucking thick ass bezel. This, I did barely notice it. So.
It wasn't that bad on the OLED.
No, on the OLED it's fine. I'm saying the Switch 1.
Yeah, but on the base Switch, oh god, it was horrible.
Oh yeah. So this is like very comparable to OLED in terms of visual. Like again, the glass is not as thick either, because that was like, again, it gave Fisher Price tablet, you know.
Yeah, I heard that they put like plastic, like a thin layer of plastic over the glass, and
Oh yeah.
that's what they, because the old Switch they put like a bit, wasn't it like a big like a thicker layer of plastic on the Switch, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
Yeah.
So I will let you kind of talk about graphics more if you want to, but in more specific context of Zelda.
Zelda. Oh,
It looks so good. It's
So
60
good.
frames per second
So
Zelda.
good.
Oh my god.
so good.
So good.
So good.
But no, it's honestly, I am so excited to do like a proper replay of Tears of the Kingdom, just because going from 30 to 60 is genuinely night and day.
It's insane.
Like I'm not noticing like a massive graphical increase. I know it's there, but it's honestly just the frames, like the FPS. It's fantastic.
It's amazing. I'll definitely have to record some clips from Tears of the Kingdom whenever I play, but it looks good. Really good.
Any other graphics things that we should talk about? Have you played any
Pokemon.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Pokemon. It actually looks good whenever you walk around the game and not all
Wow, it
choppy and
looks like a
shit.
game. Holy shit!
It
Looks
looks
like a
like a
game.
proper game. It only took almost like
What
two
is
and a half years.
also insane is that around the same time we get this free update, we get the fucking bombshell that Game Freak's working on a game for Xbox, and it looks
And yeah,
like
that looks just
what the fuck.
amazing.
Again, I told you guys, Game Freak is not an incapable company. It's TPCI. I've been telling you guys.
Yeah.
Like they don't
Everyone's
allow them to experiment at all.
no.
But no, honestly, I think my favorite part of this launch has just been going back to Switch One games and seeing like how well they perform. Like even the ones without patches, like I was really worried about Age of Calamity. Like once the game came out, I'm still hoping for a proper like 60 frames patch.
Oh my
But it is
god,
a
120
buttery
in
smooth.
handheld. Oh my god.
It is a buttery smooth 30. Like you almost see very little hiccups, and it is phenomenal.
Mhm.
And I know it didn't come out at launch, but Splatoon 3's update, fantastic. Like the it loads almost instantaneously. Like Salmon Run is actually properly playable now because like you got like in like the upper ranks, it would chug. Like it would just
Mhm.
be you'd throw out like a special or something like try to kill a bunch of the enemies and it would just drop you down to like 15, 20 frames per second sometimes. It was
It's
actually
insane.
terrible.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else regarding that? Am I missing anything in terms of graphics there? Because that's kind of the big push. So,
Can't think of anything.
do you guys want to get into specifics about software? I
Uh,
mean, they'll have their own
Mario,
dedicated videos. So we'll talk about
yeah,
like
I
Switch 2
mean,
editions
Mm.
in a bubble, updates in a
for
bubble, and then Mario Kart World will have its
for the
own
sake
video.
for the sake of time, let's not go too crazy into it. 'Cause, I mean, we're gonna have proper reviews. I'm sure we're gonna have more like discussions coming up. Like if they want those, we'll have them at a undisclosed point in the near future.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I completely forgot when I was talking about hardware. Can you guys please like review the Pro controller real quick? Just real quick. Just let it go.
Mine's in
Do
my
you like
car.
it or no?
Give me a second.
I mean, for me, it's a fantastic controller. It does feel improved compared to the Switch One Pro controller.
Oh my god,
I
it's
think
mine
it's
is so
I
greasy.
I think it's marginally smaller.
Really
Like
interesting.
it does feel a little bit smaller in the hand, not enough to like make it feel uncomfortable, but it is noticeable.
Hmm.
That being said, it's got the same material that the Switch 2 is using, so no super bad fingerprints. Shouldn't have the same grease debris and stuff like that that
Yeah.
the Switch One Pro controller and the Switch One Joy Cons have. Yeah,
I I
I love it.
I am a little disappointed that it's not like what the trademarks, had
Oh,
previously.
they could like go in half.
Yeah, because again, it's like I feel like there's a lot of like trade-offs with this system. It's like, well, if you want to have mouse mode, you got to play with the you got to play with the Joy Cons and not the Pro controller. If you want 120 frames, you got to play in handheld. Like, but if you want 4K, you got to play in TV mode. So there's a lot of like give and takes, and it's I guess like maybe that's good because then it allows you to experiment a lot more because it makes you want to playing handheld sometimes makes you want to play with Joy-Con sometimes makes you want to play with the Pro controller sometimes and give use to everything in its ecosystem, whereas previously it was like, all right, it's TV mode and Pro controller, that's it, I'm never playing anything else ever again, right? Like I don't need to play
Yeah,
with the Joy-Con anymore because at a certain point in the Switch's life it was monogamous.
monotonous.
Mon- no,
Monogamous.
like
Oh,
no
monogamous
like
with like you and the Pro controller.
no.
I wasn't sure where the
No,
heck
I
you
mean
were
I
going
like
with that.
just like one way of play. Like you don't need to play in handheld anymore. And so I guess this
Yeah,
incentivizes all different forms of play. Like tabletop is more valuable now and playing in and even people that are like more handheld heavy that maybe they'll take a look at TV mode more. Just things like that. It just makes it more versatile. So it might be a good thing that I'm pointing out here. How do you feel about that UI?
It's a
It's the same.
marginal. It's a little bit better than the Switch ones. Like
I was
you can notice
surprised.
like little differences here or there.
Yeah, I was surprised of like how much has changed. Surprisingly, there is a significant amount that was added that is different from the Switch One. But again, it's largely the same. But there's a lot of like small quality of life stuff that you like you got to dig into the weeds for, and it is a lot better. It's surprisingly more than
We got
I had thought.
we got
So
we got the game chat button.
Hooray!
Yay!
don't you like that
Game
word that it
chat.
calls you every time that you?
What?
Can't.
Would you care
When
to
I saw
explain,
that,
Pug?
hold on. Let me just play through my microphone real quick.
Let me know. it kind of sounds like it kind of sounds like the N word. I think that's what people. It's. I think that's more of a us joke than you, but like it's kind of
100%.
funny. All right, well, I think that's a great transition. Have we've all experienced game chat yet?
Yeah,
It's certainly Discord. Let me tell you.
it works. It's
It's
fine.
I was blown away because I hopped in a call with Pug and I was like, you know what? Let's just get in game chat actually, just to try it for the sake of the video. And we hopped in game chat. Mario Kart completely unchanged. Not the frames didn't drop. Nothing. We played Mario Kart. We played Breath of the Wild: Tears of the Kingdom. We played Scarlet and Violet, and we played an unupdated game, Donkey Kong HD, and I was blown away by the results because again, nothing, no frame drops, no nothing. And Donkey Kong, surprisingly, that's the one I was worried about the most because there was really bad loading times. Loading times were, I think, like 65, 75% faster. I think it wasn't exactly half, but it was a little bit faster, and nothing was sacrificed while we were in game chat. The only thing that was like
Nice.
kind of bad about game chat is the mic quality was like really bad, but that's
My
because we
quality and
yeah.
the streaming of the
Oh
game
yeah, but that's like
bad.
that is not an inherent problem with the console itself. That is more of like its Wi-Fi chip, more than anything, and it's not really prioritizing. Yeah, we need to be sending you 4K footage, all the time, which honestly would probably blow the system up. So I think honestly, the way that it is fine because it's more of like a communal thing. But again, I think honestly, just because of how ease of use it is, I find myself thinking that a lot of what are we gonna call them, normies, casuals, they're gonna be using it a lot if they have Switch Online. I feel like, especially because it's available in handheld. Not everybody's hooked up to a computer when they play Switch as well. There's a lot of people that are probably like, "Hey, you want to hop on Mario Party? Let's just get on a call." They could use their phone. Some people do, but I feel like it's going to be a lot easier now that it's more integrated with the system. At first, I was like, "Do people even use like PlayStation Party anymore?" Steve does. Steve uses the party system for some reason. I don't know why. Is it because he's old? I don't know. I don't want to call him old. I really don't. But like I was like, who the fuck is using Xbox Party in 2025? But people are apparently. A lot of people are. So having that available on Nintendo Switch, especially with how easy it is, I think it's easier than PlayStation and Xbox is offering. I think it's going to be used a lot, surprisingly.
I agree.
So
Hmm.
I was a little worried about. I was like, "There's a whole dedicated button to this, and it's gonna be unused." I've come around on this.
Hmm. I'm still gonna use Discord.
That's yeah, me too.
That's all.
I don't play
Yeah,
games with people.
I don't.
I'm just gonna
I
keep
don't have
doing my
me
own
either.
friends.
thing. I have
No,
friends. I just
we're
don't want to play video
using
games with
game
y'all.
chat so I can finally finish Ocarina of Time. or Pikmin.
Deal. I would sit in with you on Pikmin and
Because
Ocarina.
then what?
I
Because
made a promise for that.
what happens is that I can play the game, and you can just play whatever the fuck you want, and you just help me. Like
Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm down.
you don't
You,
have to play Pikmin. See what I'm
I'll
saying?
play Twilight Princess on my Nintendo Switch, GameCube, NSO whenever it comes out. Probably not for like 2 more years.
Did anybody get that controller either at launch or no?
I did actually.
But you don't have
I
it.
forgot about
Oh,
that.
you did. Okay.
I didn't get it.
Hold on. Let me. I'm just no. Actually, I'm not going to get up. Too much work. No, it's a GameCube controller. It's a GameCube controller. It does have gyro,
Have you
so
played
you
it
can play your
with like
Splatoon.
Smash or anything with it? Like,
I did a little bit of Smash with it. It's a GameCube controller. I didn't grow up with Melee. I don't have that nostalgia. I don't have that love for the GameCube controller. I mainly just got it for
what?
NSO.
You are our
I'm sorry.
resident GameCube guy.
I love the GameCube games. I do not have the obsession with the controller. Like, if you put the GameCube controller and the Switch 2 Pro controller in front of me, I'm choosing the Pro controller.
I have
Like,
one issue with the Switch One Pro controller. That D-pad is so mushy. It is so
it feels. I don't want to say how much it's improved, but even like GameCube controller, the Pro controller, it does feel better.
okay.
It's not as mushy.
Hey guys, I got the GameCube controller too. Look. But yeah,
Totally the same thing.
are we gonna even? Do you? No, I don't. I mean, we never really did a review for NSO stuff. So, do you want to talk about that now while we're here? Did you play Wind Waker and Soul Calibur and F-Zero GX, and that's it?
I did one race in F-Zero. It's F-Zero.
I haven't even opened the
Mm.
It's
app,
fine.
so there you go. There's
Like,
not enough
it's
games on
nice.
the service yet.
I feel this way about every system when it comes out. It's nice. I love having the options there. I'm not going to care about it for like 2 years until there's actually a really good library on there.
But it's Wind
Mhm.
Waker.
I want
It's
to play
Wind
Twilight
Waker.
Princess.
You're the Wind Waker.
I I wanted this as a package deal. I mainly wanted Twilight, but I wanted Wind Waker to shut the Wind Waker fans up. I like Wind Waker. It's not my favorite.
Hey, like I like
Like,
Wind Waker when there's an H and a D next to it.
no, I'm fine. I played Wind Waker my first time on well, technically it was Wii backwards compatibility, but I still played it on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind that version. I think it aged a lot better than, let's say, GameCube Twilight Princess. So if we can get the HD version on that one, I would still be happy. But
Mm.
yeah, it's a great game. The GameCube version still really holds up. But like every system, right now there's 3 games on it, 2 of which I don't really care too much about.
Is there even a
And
rewind function for that?
no,
Okay.
there's a CRT feature on it though that's kind of
For
cool.
GameCube?
Yeah,
All right. I remember playing the Wii on my CRT. That's Hey guy, I'm not that young. Like I had a CRT not because it was old, but because that was my TV. Like
hey guys, I'm not that old. I had a VHS player.
I did too. I recorded stuff on it. Like people are like, "Oh my god, what is this ancient technology?" I'm like, I was like maybe 6 or 7, and it was like commonplace. Like
What do you mean I have to rewind my own movies?
you have to rewind it now.
Yeah.
Not the same
Okay,
way.
well, honestly, I've never experienced like the full VCR or like I never had to like screw it. I never had to do that.
Oh, I didn't have to do that either. Like, it was commonplace for the VHS player to have a rewind feature,
Okay.
but you still had to sit there and like wait for it to get done.
God, even now, people are like CD players is like not even common anymore. Like that's crazy.
Basically,
they still sell
any
them.
new car doesn't have it.
They still sell them.
Speaking of my TV, it was like an all in one. It didn't have HDMI. It had the three what is it what
The
is it
three,
AV
the
cables
three
or whatever it is.
amigos.
it had a CD player, a DVD player, and a VCR slot. It was all in one. So it
Look
was
at
a
you,
pretty sick.
fancy.
Oh yeah, I know, but like that like it wasn't like the top of the line TV because there were definitely flat screen TVs at the time, but that's the TV that I had. That's what I played Mario Galaxy on, which is crazy to think about, right? Like Mario
Mm.
Galaxy on a CRT, but it's true. And now here we are with our 4Ks and our 120s and our
And our
HDRs.
1080p screen handhelds.
Mm.
All right. Well, is there anything else I'm missing that we wanted to talk about with the Switch 2? I think that pretty much covers every facet of it for launch.
It's a fantastic system. It's exactly what
It's
we've all been saying we've
amazing.
wanted for years, and now people are hating on it.
Hmm.
So, because it's not unique enough.
So
Yay.
I got.
I love being a Nintendo fan.
Are we all in agreement that this is okay? Two more questions. Is this a significant upgrade over the Switch One?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is it worth $450? Yes.
Yes, because I'm going to
Yes.
have 6 to 8 years worth of new games coming out for it. And it's backwards compatible with basically every single Switch game I care about. Of course it is.
Out of 10, go.
8.5.
9.
8.5 and 9.
9.
Battery can be
Yeah.
longer. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh,
That's all.
actually, no. 8.5 as well. But you remind me of the battery. I wasn't even considering that. Yeah.
8.5. I'll agree with you. I guess we never really talked about the dock. Do you like the dock? Do we have to talk about the
I
dock?
mean, it's a snazzy looking dock. It's got a big 2 on it. It's cool.
As soon as I
It's
put it
cool.
in, it got hot real quick. It got hot
Like
really fast.
I still haven't heard the fan kick on. I'm not convinced it's there.
I did. I definitely did. I could smell it. It was so hot. I don't know. I was playing Breath of the Wild. I don't. I don't know.
See, that's the thing. I've probably in my time with this system, I've probably played 20 hours of Mario Kart, 20 minutes of Welcome Tour, and 10 minutes each of dabbling between games. I have not played it. I haven't played Cyberpunk yet. I haven't done anything super intensive.
All right. Well, I think that's the Switch 2. We will probably come back to you in about a year once we have more games on the docket. Maybe even do like a top 5 games or whatever. I think we still want to do a top 5 Switch 1 game again. What if we bring back Mushman for that? That would be interesting. Remember,
We'll be back in a few weeks
I was
for
gonna
the
talk about
Switch
the
2
Twitter
Pro
civil
rumors.
war, but I was like, you know what? They don't deserve that.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that is the Switch 2 in a nutshell. So, I don't like the Joy-Con colors. I think that
Wow.
it should all be blue. Anyways,
I prefer it.
who wants to send us off? Damn it.
Mm.
I
Nice
can't
try.
do everything, guys.
Yes, you
I
can.
did the intro. You could do the outro. Go ahead.
I do the intro, I record it, I edit it. Oh, by
I
the
am the
way,
passenger princess.
we're recording in 2K now. Woo!
Yay! 2K.
Anyways,
Different.
well, I can't record in 4K on this computer, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to help support us even further, you can check our Discord out. I haven't talked about our Discord in quite a minute. If you want to join the discussion, hit that link in the description below. You may even appear as a guest. Also, if you want to check out our Patreon for even the $1 a month tier, get access to exclusive content and content early, unlike this. And also, Dubby, 10% Crazy Cap, you got it. Last thing, Fairy
10%.
Fountain News. I took a break this week because of Father's Day. We'll be back next week to talk about Summer Games Fest and all that. I think we'll probably have a Nintendo Direct to talk about too. Here's
I
hoping.
sure hope so.
So,
Yay.
and maybe by the time this video is out, the Direct's already happened. Or, well,
I mean, it's either this week or next week, in my opinion. It's one of the two. We've got to have either that or a DK trailer or something. We need something.
Yeah.
DK. Donkey Kong.
All right.
DK.
I think that's gonna do it for today. Next week we're probably gonna be talking about Mario Kart first, unless we have to squeeze in Zelda first. But those will probably come out after our full reviews go out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.